Hey there, welcome back. Today we're going to do our August 2021 net worth calculation and update. We're going to talk about why we think net worth is important and why we're using it to track our FI journey towards FIRE in 2024 or 2028. Stick around and we'll let you know what our August 2021 net worth update is.
When we talk about net worth calculation, this is something that makes us really happy. It was a bit scary at the beginning when we start tracking our net worth. However, 1 year after since we started, our lives has actually changed forever. I guess it's being in control in your money and knowing where your money is going to, and at the same time being aware that your assets are increasing at the same time that the liabilities are decreasing is the perfect word. I have been talking about assets and liabilities, but if you are new to this channel, my name is Jean.
And I'm Christine.
We are a Canadian couple living in Toronto. Since the beginning of 2021, we started this channel, so this YouTube channel where we do track and we do share with you our journey to financial independence. If you are new to this concept, we basically wanted to stop working. That's basically what it is. I am on my late 40s, Christine on her, should I say
Early.
mid? Early 40s.
Early.
Yeah, there you go. We are a mid-40 couple.
Averaged out.
Averaged out, yeah. Having said that, that's really important for if you are planning to do financial independence. Even if you are not, I mean, being in control of your money and making sure that where your money is going to, this is really important. The net worth calculation, as I said before, changed our life forever, and we are gonna tell you why. So we wanted to discuss what is the net worth calculation, what it does mean, and at the end, stick at the end of this video because we are gonna share our numbers. There's a playlist that I'm gonna link up here where you can see the previous months on this channel since January 2021. However, if you go back to our blog, which I'm gonna link down below, you can see the calculation since July of 2020.
Yeah. And so net worth, it's not about how much money you make.
No.
It's not that you need to make a ton of money in order to be able to calculate what your net worth is. You could make a ton of money and still be no further ahead than somebody who's working a minimum wage job. Net worth is all about seeing how much you make, how much of what you make you're retaining and saving, and then what are you doing with that money that you're able to save. You're investing it into the stock market, into real estate, into whatever is going to start generating you that passive income that down the road is really going to help you with your financial independence goals.
Yes, and think about people who won the lottery. How many of these people actually kept the money 1 year or 2 years after? It goes back to the net worth and what they were able to do. They spent a lot of it, but they did not keep most of it. And that's how our life has changed, because instead of putting money away and not knowing where the money is, we know where the money is. So
Yeah.
I guess it's enough of us
Yeah.
talk. So why don't we go and discuss what is the net worth formula?
So net worth, like we spoke about before, is your assets, total assets minus your liabilities, and what's left over at the end is your net worth, what you're worth.
What is an asset?
Assets are things like your house, stocks, investments, things like that. Some people actually also include their vehicles in their net worth as an asset. We don't do that. No. So our assets that we use are our house, our investments, our pension,
Yeah.
and that's it. Yeah.
On the other end, liabilities, it's what you owe. You are gonna see that even though our assets is quite a lot, our liabilities are also high. Having said that, we are mindful. We are in control of our money. It's basically like a mindset game that we know what is our plan.
It's just one more metric that we use in order to start or keep on track for our FI journey. So we use our net worth, we use our dividend income that we talk about as well. We track our spending so we know exactly where everything is going, and all of this together really keeps us on track, headed towards 2024.
Exactly. We basically make money, we save our money, and we invest our money. So that's no secret formula. The thing is changing your mindset and you being able to do it as well. It's now time to share where we are in our journey to financial independence. We are going to talk first about our assets, our liabilities, at the end the net worth, and how we've got to this point. Starting with assets, the first asset that we have, it's our home in Toronto. This is where we are in our backyard. We bought this home back in 2016, and it was the last appraisal was in 2019 or 2020?
2020.
2020. The price at that time it was $860,000. We are keeping the same price. We are not changing whatsoever, even though we know that the prices went up. But being conservative, so we keep at 860. The second asset that we have is a condo apartment. We bought a condo in Brazil in 2020?
2019.
2019, yeah. Our goal is when you do become financially independent, we wanted to spend the winter in Canada, in Brazil. So we are also using this condo as a passive income. By the time that we are not there, we wanted to rent the condo as well. As we did with the home, we are not increasing the price of the condo, and it does remain the same at $137,500 and $500.
So the next one that we're going to talk about is a pension that I'll be receiving once I turn 50. Again, we're not changing this number. It's going to be a per year amount of $34,054. And we have two more assets that we include into our net worth calculation. And those are our investments, but we've split the investments into two separate categories. The first one is just the investments, and that includes our RRSPs, our TFSAs, and a margin account that we hold within Géant's corporation. And the total in that account as of the end of August was $316,292. We also have a separate margin account, and this is the margin account you might have heard us refer to as the Smith maneuver account. And that's where we're taking all of the equity that we've built up in our home and we've invested that into the stock market. So as of the end of August, that account was sitting at $235,463. So when we total everything up, our assets add up to $1,583,309.
It does seem like a good number. However, let's talk about the other side, which is the liability. So yes, it's 1.5, but at the same time, we owe quite a lot. The first one is, of course, the home that we live here in Toronto. And as of the end of August in 2021, it's at $627,661. The second one, guess what? It's the condo in Brazil. See, it's not only what we have it, but it's still what we owe. Condo in Brazil, we were able to cut quite a lot of the mortgage that we have, and as of today, we only owe, not only, we owe $20,000. Hopefully by the end of this year, but before we retire, this condo is gonna be gone, so it's gonna be paid off, and we won't have this liability anymore. And finally, the car is our third liability. So it is a finance that we have. We bought this car back in 2018, and it sits today at $16,428. If we sum everything up, so all our liabilities, they do fit at $664,089.
Yeah. So if you go back to the formula for the net worth and you take all of our assets at $1,583,309 and subtract all of our liabilities, which are $664,089, our new net worth for August of 2021 is $919,220. Over $900,000 in net worth now. Amazing.
It is. It's really amazing. As Christine mentioned before, we are for the first time above $900,000. I don't think that we are gonna be below anymore. Part of it is
never know, but hopefully
we
not.
never know. It's the market fluctuation, right? So the market goes up and down. We are invested 100% in the stock market. We don't have any bonds at all. 100% stock market. We are gonna see this fluctuation all the time, but I don't think that it's gonna ever be below 900. Fingers crossed.
Yeah,
right?
unless another COVID market crash happens.
Yeah. It'll be a good opportunity to buy more stocks.
Then it's just everything's on sale.
We might have to sell our home. I don't know.
No, we're not there, but
We
yeah.
are not there yet, but hopefully not, because as us, we hope that we are also investing now, and I don't think that we want to have another, COVID. It's enough
Oh
of
gosh,
COVID.
done.
It is. So having said that, we are over $25,000 from one month to another one. Our net worth has increased by $25,601. It does represent around 2.86% over July of 2021.
Yeah.
Let's examine August net worth update. You're gonna see on your screen now a graphic where it's a visual representation since we started tracking our net worth back in July of 2020, and as we are off today now in August of 2021. The good thing is, and I'm kind of a visual person and I like seeing graphs. Just 1 year after, we are finally able to compare year to year. Up to until July of last month, we were not able to, but now we can see year to year. So let's look at these numbers and talk about them.
Yeah. So if you look at Jean's graph, he loves graphs. We have graphs for everything. I think it's great.
Yeah.
It is. It's a good way to take a look at things. So if you take a look at the graph and you notice August of 2020, our net worth was $610,000. And if you look at today's net worth of $919,000, that's actually an increase in our net worth in 1 year of 50.59%.
Yeah. See the importance of tracking everything.
It's a good way to keep you motivated, right? Like if you see where you were a year ago or 6 months ago, and then you look at where you are now, you're going forward, you're always improving, and it's just one way to really keep you motivated and pushing through on this journey for financial independence.
Our assets also increased by 17% year over year. As of August of 2020, it was 1.3 and it sits now at 1.5.
Yeah. So if you take a look at the liabilities from this point last year, we've actually decreased them by about 10%. And that's mainly due to the fact that we were able to pay off a good portion of the condo that we have in Brazil. Now, that being said, we're not so sure that the liabilities are going to decrease once we pay off the car and finish the condo in Brazil. They're probably going to stay right around the $630,000 mark. And that's simply because we're using the equity in our home. So we're always going to have that money either in a mortgage or fully invested into the stock market. So it's still going to be showing as a liability, even though it's also an asset.
Yeah. Take a look at the Smith Maneuver playlist, and I'm gonna link up here on this screen. And it does explain how it works. It's basically for us in Canada. If you are outside Canada, it might be different. We might have this opportunity, but at the same time, you need to be comfortable with, right? As we said before, we sleep very well once the market goes down. We are familiar with it, but if this is not the case, you have to consider that. We do recommend that you do talk with a financial planner or financial advisor and make sure if it does work for you.
Yeah. And so if you look at everything as a total picture, our investments for over the course of the year since we started tracking are up 75%. Now that's with dividend reinvestments, through further investments into the market, all of that. But at the end of the day, through appreciation, our reinvestments and our new investments, our portfolio is up 75%.
Yeah, it's quite a lot, but don't get us wrong. We have been working so hard, right? So it's the mindset, as we did say before. Our mindset is what else can we do to make our dream become a reality ASAP? And there is no other way rather than having another income. It's finding, side hustles. It's finding ways for you to make more money, right?
Yeah. Speaking of goals, our goal by the end of 2021, we'll see if it actually happens, is to have that net worth over $1 million. I think it's possible. Jean's not quite so sure, but we'll see. Fingers crossed. I think we can do it.
You can root for us.
If not by the end of 2021, then by early 2022, I would say that we're there.
Yeah, we will. We will. When we look at the investments, you can see that the investments, they went up 4.18%. However, look at the previous month in July. It was actually down 3.12%. And you might ask how this is possible. I would recommend you look at the previous
Yeah.
video, but basically some of the investments that I had back in Brazil, we decided to sell these investments, get the capital gains, and as a result, we did pay more from our condo. So it does explain this fluctuation.
Yeah, and I think it's important to see that just because you might be down 1 month on your investments or even your net worth, the next month you could be up. So just keep tracking, keep moving forward, and it's all gonna work out in the end.
Yeah, that's our strategy. It's no secret at all. We spend less than we make. We track our net worth. We find ways to make money, to save money, to invest more money.
And that's it.
And that's it.
Simple. It sounds
It's
simple, but
simple.
it's a lot of work. It's hard to get started. Once you're on that path, it's just the momentum that keeps you going, and it just
Yeah.
becomes easier and easier. So
Yeah. If you are just starting now, that is also okay. But just being in control of your money and know where your money is going to. We are helping. We don't have kids, but we are helping our nephews and nieces, and slowly introducing them to this new world. As long as you start, even if you are with a lot of debt, that's fine. It's don't judge yourself for the choice that you've made in the past. It's only what is moving forward.
yeah, just learn from them and move forward. Yeah. So that's this week's video. I hope you guys took something away from it, and just remember, it's not about how much you're making, it's about how much you're able to save and then reinvest into whichever stream of passive income that you're looking to develop for yourselves.
Yeah. We hope that you are well and safe, and we'll see you in our next video. Take care.
See you later.
Bye.
Don't move too much in the chair though,
I will not.
because the microphone will make it sound funny. Okay.
So the price of the condo was one. We did pay 137,500, right? The price of
So the next asset that we have, and again, we haven't changed this one, is a pension that I'm going to start collecting when I turn 50. Right now, we're using $34,500 per year that we'll receive.
sorry, I'm born. It's 34,054.
Oh, sorry. Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Say one more time.
So that's this week's
Sorry.
video. What? Oh.
It's the same one.